mother of modern dance, once said, "Dance is the hidden language of the soul and of the body." On stage, this is apparent in a dancer's grace and creativity, but without proper communication off stage, what's the point? Hello, my name is Emma Russell, and I'm a Level 3 competitor with Cookeville High School FCCLA, and I'm here to tell you about how I raised the bar for communication at my dance studio. To begin this project, I met with my advisors and used the FCCLA planning process to identify a concern, set a goal, and create a plan to improve communication at Stage 1 Dance Studio. My own personal observations, along with survey responses from parents and dancers, urged me to choose my dance studio as my project's focus. Despite uncertain and changing circumstances, my concern was obvious. Miscommunication was negatively impacting the studio's performance. My project rationale was developed after noticing that many at my studio have two left feet when it comes to communication. This has created a rise in absences and mix-ups of rehearsal information and other important events. To better understand how to provide solutions for my concern, I completed some research on interpersonal communication techniques. Misinterpreting information is one of the most common mistakes people make while communicating. One must also be direct in how they communicate, utilizing both verbal and nonverbal strategies. I also discovered that communication is not only about the information being shared, but how it's being processed. Therefore, creative methods of communicating are very necessary. I also utilized several of FCCLA's purposes to better understand this concept. FCCLA's fourth purpose is to encourage group involvement in helping achieve global cooperation. Its fifth purpose is to promote greater understanding between youth and adults. My survey, project, and its results address both of these. Furthermore, my project is hand in hand with multiple national FCS standards. This project not only implements strategies for constructive and supportive interactions between youth and adults in their communities from FCS Standard 4.5.4, but it also analyzes strategies to overcome communication barriers in a community setting from FCS Standard 13.3.4. To better understand the type of project that would properly address communication barriers, I created a short survey for my target audience. I got 90 responses from parents of dancers ages 2 to 18, as well as dancers whose ages stretch from middle school to adulthood. Many survey respondents noted frustration with communication mix-ups and suggested communication strategies that would help them and their families stay on beat. I also interviewed both of the studio owners to get their perspectives and ideas for solutions they thought could alleviate communication issues. They both acknowledged that since the studio's main form of communication was through email, dancers and families would miss important information if not on the email list or regularly checking their messages. They also noted that other forms of communication would help everyone put two and two together. Dancers, parents, and instructors alike commented that in addition to email, text messages or visual reminders such as signs would help everyone close communication gaps. With this valuable insight in hand, I set my goal to develop new forms of communication for my studio that would supplement the current email practice and eliminate further missed steps. With this goal in mind, it was time to develop a plan and act on it. I applied my knowledge of interpersonal communication in this project by demonstrating processes for cooperating, compromising, and collaborating. My first step was to implement a new announcement/message board system that would provide a visual display of studio information. These boards are located in highly visible areas around the studio, making them easily accessible to everyone. My survey also revealed that a lot of communication confusion occurred with dancers in the more involved upper-level classes. Step 2 of my plan involved assisting my studio owners in implementing the GroupMe text message service to combat this confusion. This service allows owners and teachers to send tailored messages that can be responded to instantaneously, either privately or in a group thread. Overall, the feedback on my project has been positive, as the studio owners have noticed a decline in communication mix-ups and an increase in attendance. Advanced level dancers have remarked that being able to receive updates on their phones has drastically helped them keep organized and aware of upcoming dates. Parents have commented that having bulletin boards to look at while they wait on their kids is a great way for them to keep up with important information. In follow-up of my project, I self-evaluated and feel that I effectively improved communication at my dance studio with the bulletin boards and text message service introduced. If given the opportunity to redo this project, I would focus on communication between those in leadership positions in order to strengthen relationships between them. One of the ultimate goals of this project was to impact interpersonal communications in a permanent way. I wanted to make sure that not only were my solutions appropriate for the present, but that they were feasible enough to remain in use for the future. Although I cannot mend all communication issues Stage 1 Dance Studio may experience, I hope my project and its effects will keep dancers on their toes and aware of the importance of effective communication. Thank you. Now I will answer the evaluator questions. Question 1. One skill that I have gradually improved on during my project is my time management. This will come in handy as a high school senior next year, as I will need to balance my class schedule, extracurriculars, and college preparation. This skill will also be applicable in my future career as a teacher. 2. One obstacle that caused challenges in my work was my lack of authority in my chosen community group. I addressed this challenge by working closely using my knowledge of communication techniques to help my studio owners and rely on their assistance to implement project components. Thank you.